Y'all, it's Risa for another speed build. So this time, it is much shorter. You want to know why? You want to know my secret this time? I didn't stream it. I build so much faster when I don't stream, but here's the thing. I enjoy streaming. I enjoyed building while I'm streaming. It's fun interacting with chat and getting their ideas on what I should be doing. So I will continue to stream things, but isn't it nice this time to see like a 10-minute speed build in your sub box? You're like, wow, that's gonna be really chill to watch. It's just so nice and short, and I can just, maybe even if you want, you can just turn off me talking and just put it on like a 2 times speed or something, and then you just got 5 minutes. Okay, enough about that. So this time I just wanted to build a nice starter home. I was just in the mood for having just some, like, not boundaries. What's the word I'm looking for? Well, we'll say boundaries for now because I can't think of words. It's fine. But I decided to make a starter home, and I decided to make a base game because I really enjoy the challenge of doing a base game house. Just like in general. So I went with something in Oasis Springs, so I wanted to kind of have the vibe of Oasis Springs. So I considered just putting tile in the entire place, but I decided against it because I figured that it was better to not just have tile in the whole place. But that is something that's very common in places like Oasis Springs because tile is cool. Like, that's the thing, is tile is very cool when you live in the desert. It doesn't heat up very quickly, especially if it's inside, whereas, like, carpet keeps things really hot. I decided to go for wood flooring just because I was like, it's better in the, like, grand scheme of things, but at the same time, I was like, I would really prefer to I'm just thinking carpet's just bad. It's really just bad for, like, desert places, just in general, because it does just keep the warmth in and everything. You really want something that's a little chillier, because it doesn't, like, yeah, just in general. That's just from my experience, in places that aren't pretty desert-like. I was having trouble deciding what I wanted, like, the, window situation to be. I was kind of going for something that was, like, kind of mid-century modern, but not quite. I was very much going based on, like, what I've experienced in places like this, so it was fun. I enjoyed doing this, actually, because I love pulling from my experience with things. It is kind of my comfort zone a little bit, and every once in a while you need to get back to your comfort zone. So, you just gotta. I mean, you don't gotta, but I like to. I wanted to make this a starter home without making it, like, look like a starter home. So, I don't know if I really achieved that. I think inside looks really nice, and I did end up using debug for the outside because I wanted there to be stuff out there, and I did not want to spend the money on, like, those cactus plants are really expensive. I feel like they're more expensive than they should be. So yeah, I decided to go for a bathtub because they're cheaper. Like, honestly, that's the only reason I chose a bathtub instead of a shower. I honestly hate playing in builds that don't have a shower because baths take so long. And, like, I don't get it anyway because I never take baths. I hate taking baths. They're just very uncomfortable for me, so I just never take them. They end up being really, like, I'm always stiff after I take a bath because of being in the bath. I don't know. I know it's just kind of weird, but, whatever. That's just how it is. I really like doing base game stuff like this because it gives me less room for my choice paralysis. I do have a really hard time with choosing things, especially if I'm trying to do it quickly. So I do like giving myself that restriction. That's That's the word I was thinking of earlier. Constraints, restrictions, there we go. But, I like giving myself that just because it does help me not spend so much time, on trying to decide what to put where. So, and I kind of tried to go a little outside of my comfort zone though. And I didn't use just like white or black trim for the accent color on the outside. I used that dark brown, and I so rarely use that. It's not something that I really like all that much, but I just kind of wanted to do something different because I normally, when I do some kind of thing like this, is I try to make it a little more, how do I put it? I try to make it simple by doing like a black or a white trim, and it's easier, definitely, but I was really feeling, I don't know, like I just wanted to try something different. Sometimes I just like to do that, But I did still go with something a little more my speed by going with the style I went with and doing it in Oasis Springs. I wanted to make this like a little more than I normally would, in the way of like inner decorations for a starter home. I generally wouldn't use curtains or rugs in a starter home because those are things that feel difficult to like. They seem frivolous. That's the word I'm looking for. They seem very frivolous when you're doing stuff. But I made sure to put up art. I put in a lot of plants. And I put in rugs and some curtains. I think I only put curtains in the bedroom and the kitchen because those seemed like the right places to do it. The other places just didn't it was really hard to find something base game that would fit there and wasn't just super ugly. Because that's the issue, is that so many of those curtains from base game are just super ugly, just in general. So now I'm going outside, and I end up spending a lot of a lot of time going through the debug catalog, which I cut out, so it's even shorter than it would have been. I wanted to give them a little patio and a little something on the patio to do without it being super expensive. At first I just gave them those chairs and everything, but then I ended up giving them a grill because I was like, you know what? There are some cheap-ish grills in the base game, so let's do it. Let's just have a little grilling area out here. I don't know why I gave them 4 chairs inside because this is a 1-bedroom house. Maybe they entertain. Maybe they bring people over. I don't know. Perhaps. It's very possible that they do. I don't know who lives here. I made it very bland on purpose because I feel like starter homes need to have that kind of blandness. They generally, I don't know. I tend to try to make them as accessible to people as possible, in the way that they can just change it for whatever Sims they've made. And I enjoyed it. But now I spend a lot of time trying to get things to look good, and then I just finally go, you know what, we're just gonna do just some debug. Gosh, I cannot think of words today. It happens. I had a really bad night's sleep. I had a bunch of stress dreams, so I'm not doing great right now. I hate stress dreams so much, but at least they weren't the really weird ones this time. Some days I will have stress dreams where I am in elementary school and I'm I am 28 years old. I am too old to be having elementary school dreams. You know what I mean? I also have a lot of dreams I used to do a lot of theater when I was a kid. I have lots of dreams of, I'm in the show, but I don't know the script, and it's opening night, and I don't know the blocking. So, those are also just really irritating. But this one, I literally, forgot that I was supposed to do my podcast with my sister, and it was the next day, and I somehow had missed a bunch of, calls from her and everything being like, where are you? So I just felt terrible. So I woke up being like, I'm sorry, even though it's tomorrow. It's not, I didn't miss it. You know? So now that I've told you guys about my fun stress dreams, because that's what you guys want to hear about, I'm kind of coming up to the end of the build. I found a bunch of stuff that's like right around in this area, so I just put that out too. So if you guys like this video, make sure you give it a big old thumbs up and leave a comment telling me what you think about it and what, you know, you'd like to see me build next. If you like this video and you want to see more like it, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and hit that bell button to get a notification every time I post a new video. This is up in the gallery under my ID kookykitt if you want to download it. And you can catch me building stuff like this live on my Twitch channel, Crowmeister Sisters. So thank you guys so much for watching, and peace out, y'all.